Looks like it's good.
We are live. No one's tuned in yet. Why would they?
Oh, hey, give it some time.
Give it some time.
You know? Hey, we get some UP power out here. We get some of the foamers.
Oh, bring out the big boy.
Yeah. We'll swap it out. Motive power on the main
Right.
line.
Hey guys, if you're tuning in, we are here at the train club, set up, running some trains. Thanks for joining. Welcome to Train Club After Dark. We are running some trains after dark.
It's fine.
minimum sound speed. That is its standard, like, tone. If you go to the other, higher. I don't really know how these play with each other, but like I will adjust my horns and notices a little bit depending on the level. And so like if I have two pieces that have K3 HLs, I would tone one of them. So I don't want them to sound the same. I am also from the but that's what you do. Yeah, no worries. What's that? What do you think?
Oh wait, watch out. Michael.
fine. Pretty good.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Fingers crossed.
Thank you for tuning in. We're just running some trains. Train Club After Dark.
That's fine. Next week. Everything in there has that should be considered. But in some way, there will be a GP38 or GP40 idle. And a Toyota Corolla.
How would you compare them to the other ones before?
No, I'm going to think about it. I can be there. I agree. Covered frame and whatever in the next 20, 30 years, or like 50, 100 years, but when they'll make a covered for something, it's like they're everywhere. Never, I think it'd be SB40s before. They what? Oh yeah, they. Am I clear?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So you take, I'm kind of letting it be on automatic.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll be over here.
Yeah, it's there's a name for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a switching yard for
That is the. We are looking towards downtown Austin, and we're right near the switching yard, just outside. The Mopac yard? That would make sense. Yeah, we're just outside of the. I imagine the AMRS website would have that. Yeah. Thank you, Jiro. Stiro? Jiro, Stiro. So we just got some trains going. Pretty simple stuff. We like to run a little bit of everything here. So yeah, I figured this would be like a model train version of a virtual railfan. We just have a train. We just have trains going and the camera going and just having a little bit of fun. Thankfully, this big boy and these IHC heavyweights have not given me too much trouble. You know, I have a Fred to go on the back of one of those cars. I need to get one with the that actually has the blinking light, but just haven't invested in it yet. I have a 3D printed one, a Wallace Locomotive Works Fred that just kind of sits in the coupler, and it works okay. If you hit a big enough bump, it just kind of pops out. And with all the joints, you can see there's a joint here because this is a modular layout. It'll occasionally just pop out, and I have to quickly take it off the tracks. But so far, we're running pretty smooth today. Yeah, after a long day of running, I figured probably could go through some of the main line with the scrub pad here, get off some of that dirt. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have a good running session as well. We appreciate you joining in. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, we sorry. The layout's so big and I was setting up a train way down there. It's about 50 feet long. Yeah, we thought about doing a track cleaning car. Well, I think we actually have a few, but you know, if I'm just kind of wandering around, it's easy enough to go with the pad and just hit the track in a few spots. Pretty straightforward. The museum is closed to the public right now, so it's really just me and JC and Jordan and Parker just kind of hanging out. We went to grab a bite to eat nearby and came back, run some trains, sanctioned of course, but you know, it's nice and quiet. We're actually going to be wrapping up here in a little bit. Just wanted to do a little bit of a live session. I've never done a live stream before, so it's really just kind of a test. I don't know if this is something I'll do in the future, but thought it'd be fun to just have a little camera going with the trains running nearby. Yeah. I would love to get out and do some rail fanning. Like the real thing, of course. Jordan, what kind of locomotive is that?
It's 8620.
8620. Japanese, right?
Yeah,
Alright.
that's simply is Taiwanese.
Oh, a Taiwanese steam locomotive coming up on the screen pretty soon. That's just DCC, no sound, right?
Correct.
Yeah. That thing's been running smooth pretty much every time I see it.
Yeah.
Not a lot of trouble. Look at that thing roll.
Tramway makes it.
Cranway makes that steam locomotive. 8620
Yeah.
class steam locomotive. That thing's cool. Yeah, the seeing the cab forward move with it was doing really well too. That was really cool to see. Big boy also giving me no trouble. The 9000, the 412 too. Dakota crapped out on me, so I'm gonna have to put it in something else and test it. And if it's bad, I might have to send it off to get replaced or repaired. But other than that, it's been smooth sailing. Right now we got the most recent run Athearn SD38. This is the GATX or GMTX 3300. It's got an ESU sound decoder. It originally had Soundtrack, so it was the only way I could buy it. So I had to take that out and replace it, but it's doing pretty well.
Kind of ran into something here. You guys have that?
So to get out, yeah, that same elevator, go out to the next floor, like you did. See the next one. Tomorrow, yep. And I don't have the back five, the van defender. Yeah. If you want to.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
You guys have a good night.
You as well. Have fun.
Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna be here too much longer.
Yeah. Maybe I'll fit into the live stream while I'm driving.
Yeah, that's great too. Yeah, I don't think it's the wiring because it was just running fine. It hit the bridge and then stopped dead, but the sound was still working. I thought wiring would have been the issue, but I can pop off the tender and see what how the decoder buddy is wired up. It's never given me issue before until back in December. I was double heading it and then it just grinded to a halt, but the sound kept going for some reason. So it's a weird issue. It's a weird problem, but I'm gonna take a look at it when I get a chance. Thankfully, getting into the Broadway Limited 9000 tender is very simple. That back cover just pops right off. Whoop. I think we have another issue down at this end. Whoop. So much for smooth running. That's the problem with having the camera static is if there's an issue way down there, like your locomotive jumps a switch, you have to run down there and go take care of it. Any tips on weathering with a Fred? I mean, I don't think the Fred kind of determines the weathering all that much. I just look at prototype photos as much as possible. Use a little bit of oil paint. Honestly, I mix in oil and acrylic all the time and just hit it with a flat clear coat to seal everything. It's there's a lot of people on YouTube that do tutorials and I really just follow them. Dan's Railroad 2011, he's kind of a big inspiration for I think a few of us at the club actually. That's one I would recommend checking out, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. I like to do the graffiti in particular. That's a lot of fun too. It adds a lot of color to an otherwise kind of plain looking train. These two are new. I need to work on them a little bit. But... So, yeah, I'll say if you're chatting in the chat, welcome. Oh, you could probably weather the Fred. I probably wouldn't weather it too much. It seems like they're always being taken off and put on, the couplers, so it probably doesn't need to be weathered that much. I'd paint it yellow or white, or whatever color the Fred you want to paint is, and put it on the back and let it rip. Vallejo paint, I'm sure it's fine. They do a lot of like armor. I think they do a lot of armor paint series. Honestly, I just use the cheapest craft acrylic paints and get browns and grays and black and white. and just kind of go from there. Raw umber, raw sienna. Those are the kind of the two main colors you really want. But yeah. So let's see. I'm gonna grab the camera off of its tripod. So excuse me. It's gonna be a little weird for a sec while I do this. There we go. Disconnect it because I have it in. Let's go over here and follow this train. So we're heading into Taylor Yard. And we got Motive Power lined up. They'll be running tomorrow, I'm sure. Interesting choice right there for this consist, but I'm not going to judge or anything. It's fine. Oh yeah, I mean, I use acrylic paints and oil paint. Like I use it for everything. Like anything that's weathered. Let's see, this one's got some spots on the roof. That's just acrylic paint. This one's got some dusting. That's probably from like pastels, pan pastels. Most of these guys are pretty clean, actually. This gondola here, that's just acrylic paint, kind of blotched in there. And then I used some like sand, glued in with a little bit of Elmer's white glue to give it that sort of like, you look into the top of a rusty gondola and it's textured. Oh, there's my Fred. That's the Wallace Locomotive Works one. Fell off the back of the knuckle there, and I just didn't feel like putting it back on, so chucked it into the gondola. But yeah. And here we have the staging yard. So these are my guys here. AC 4460 rebuild. Hopefully we'll have a video on that. The auto racks. This is just a staging yard. I don't think it's meant to really represent anything. Oh, definitely try weathering your train cars. It's a lot of fun. If you're apprehensive, try it with like Tyco. Okay, this is the switch I jumped earlier. Let's see if it jumps it again. Yeah, grab like a $5 Tyco or something from a train club or a train show rather, and just get some paints. The cheap $1 craft paints from Michaels or Hobby Lobby. I like the Americana brand. I think they're a good brand. They lay down really well. A good opacity. Brushes of all types. You don't have to get expensive brushes. Just get like the value packs that have fine brushes, wide head brushes, flat brushes. Get a variety pack. And just go to town. So we're coming into downtown Austin. Starter airbrush. What would I recommend? Real quick. Okay. So this is Congress Avenue in Austin. The Elephant Room Jazz Club is right there. If you need a reference, the old Mopac station. Then we're kind of coming to where the camera was set up. Airbrush. What kind of airbrush did I buy? So probably I can't remember what it was. A Badger Patriot is one people really like. Iwata Eclipse is the other one. I just say get a double action airbrush. Get a compressor with a tank. I might not recommend getting one with just. Whoop. I might not recommend getting one with just a compressor. Let's slow that down. Whoop. You know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and. Wouldn't be a live stream without technical difficulties, right? Yeah, I bought my airbrush last year and I haven't used it too much. It's been it's cool for doing like dusting on the sides of locomotives and soot and that sort of thing. I don't use it generally for much else. There we go. Look, we're back on track. This is Mopac Expressway, named for Missouri Pacific. Not prototypical at all. There's not enough traffic here, although we do have some tailgating, so that's kind of correct. Okay. Let's go back around this way, and then there we go. Mhm. And then we're going back into Taylor. That's down there. From what I was hearing, it's going to be a lot of redevelopment of this section here, and then at the other end too. Sounds like there's going to be a lot more redevelopment, but yeah, it's a great club layout. It's modular. Set it up every once a month. Oh yeah, for the graffiti, same paints more or less, just basic craft acrylics. Like this is fine tip brushes and craft acrylics. That's all it is. That's really all you need. Get some inspiration. I usually draw it out in pencil first, and then I fill in the pencil with white because I want there to be like a blank. You want you want there to be like a opaque color behind the color, if that makes sense. If you just paint colors on the plastic, the color that you're painting is gonna look weird. You're essentially putting a canvas of white. So like behind all that is just plain white. Behind all that is just plain white. And then I fill it in with the color. Yeah. It's a cool layout. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun to be part of a club. It's not something I ever thought I would ever do. I'm much too introverted for that, but you know. We got the big boy chilling over here. Oh, Astro Girl. Yeah, so there's it's Crony, and we turn it over. We have Sana. Yeah. Space and time on one car. See if I can do this one-handed. No. Maybe. Could always just fix it tomorrow too. Not a big deal. This is all just craft acrylic paint. But, yeah, that one I'm very proud of. That one too. I think that one's cool. Some of this is based off of things I've actually seen. Some of it, obviously, my own interests blending and bleeding into other hobbies. You know, that's the fun of doing the graffiti, I think. And here's something fun for people that are familiar. Got Uncle Fredrickson's balancing military train. Right now, just kind of sitting, but. Let's follow this one for a bit. Can't go the other way. Oh, Bakshi. Hang on one sec. She is on a car that's not done yet. So, I need to do the trucks and the couplers, but there she is. Nothing on the other side yet. I haven't decided what I'm doing with that just yet. This one's gonna get worked on. But, yeah, blending the different hobbies, it's a lot of fun. Makes it interesting. This part I've been enjoying lately. I think the lights are a fairly new addition. And then the old Mopac station, this does not exist anymore, as far as I'm aware. Jordan, is it that the Amtrak station, that used to be a Katy depot? Or was it? It was a Mopac depot. Okay. The current Amtrak station was a Mopac depot. I'm guessing it would have been around this area if we were to model it.
Yeah, it would have been
Kind of
Shoal Creek.
past. So this is Shoal Creek here.
Where the yard is.
So the Amtrak station would probably be somewhere around here. Oh yeah.
Yeah, where the tracks cross Town Lake, the
Mhm.
rail curves that way. That'll take you to the Amtrak station.
Right.
But it used to curve the other way as well and take you to downtown.
Right.
So it'd be probably right here.
It'd probably be the Amtrak station would probably be right here if we were to go ahead and model it, but yeah, I think there's a few of us in the club that like anime and stuff like that, and it's been a lot of fun.
Guilty as charged.
Say what?
Guilty as
Guilty
charged.
as charged. Yeah, there's two of us here right now that are all about it. You know, sometimes it's anime, sometimes it's VTubers. You know, just whatever. It's a lot of fun. Let's go over to the roundhouse, give a more detailed look at that. We got some motive power hanging out in there right this moment. So that's kind of cool. It's lit up in there too. Let me see if I can. Yeah, you can see the lighting. There's more lighting in there. Really nice detail. Now, the people that built all this come long before me, and I think they did an incredible job. It's a privilege to be able to run on this layout, I'll say, and to be a part of the club. It's so much fun. We have this Y section here, and we got a bunch of Santa Fe motive power. It's just idling. I think this is supposed to be expanded at some point in the future. There's a lot of plans. There's a lot going on. Definitely appreciate it. It is a great layout. Oh, and you can see, I lost my tail again. I don't know where I lost it. It's all the way back at Shoal Creek? Okay, so. Yeah, no worries. That's the only problem with a modular layout, I think, is when you hit a joint like this, if your coupler height isn't right, and I do my best, you know, I have the gauge and I try to shim it and I try to adjust it and try to make it right. Sometimes you'll just hit the joint just the right way and it slips and it's rough. Very happy with how this one has turned out. We just have we're running we'll call this a local. All right. You have me going around it?
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. We're going to switch, and we're going to just do a bit of a run around. Thankfully, it cut off at just the point where it's long enough to fit in this hiding to allow me to run around. Oh, goodness.
There's no way you can do it.
That works out all right. Assuming it doesn't. Okay, it's doing all right. Gonna go just past it. We'll back it up. Actually, I might take this car off. It still has its. This is an Aurora Miniatures T-box, and it has still their scale head couplers. They look really nice, but they don't play super nicely with KDs. So I'm just gonna take those off. No, it would help if I switched the track. There we go. I'm gonna try to do this prototypically. Let's see if it works. And I think near the Amtrak station in Austin is this Tips Ironworks. I think a portion of this, or all of it, still exists.
I think all of it.
All of it.
I think it's burned out from the inside.
Yeah, I think it is burned out from the inside. But yeah,
It's a cool looking building.
It is a-
Cool looking complex.
it really is. I think this is kind of kit bashed, kind of
Yeah.
taken from other kits and just kind of put together to be, you know, the pro as close to the prototype as we can get.
Yeah, so like Amtrak, if we modeled it, would be like.
Hello, Ian. Oh yeah, so if the Amtrak station was, if we modeled it, would be about where that building is. It seems like. Okay. Going down Mopac again. Of course, we're near Camp Mabry. There we go. We're gonna let that one go. Now, let me show you guys something else I've been working on. This is a Grand Trunk Western auto rack. And then it's actually called Grand Funk Western. There's an actual Grand Trunk auto rack that's been painted to look like that. Someone turned the T into an F. I thought that was very funny. And I had to model it. So, shark-based or water-based VTuber. There's one over there in the yard. I will. Let's see, on a tanker car. I haven't thought about that. I don't have many tanker cars actually. I find them kind of fiddly. Hand railings like to break off very easily. They're cool though. I need to get a few more. There's a lot of different ideas out there that I'd like to, I'd like to see make real. But I have a lot of stuff also that is just, I'm running it now, but I want to work on it too. I want to dust it up and make it look a little dirtier. So between graffiti and weathering, I have so many other things I need to get off my plate first. But, yeah. You gonna stick around a little bit, or are you gonna head out?
I'm good at sticking out here.
Okay.
I just want to take it off
Yeah, totally.
tomorrow.
So I think I might go ahead and pull this one into the yard, and I'm gonna pull up the auto racks. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and set the switches. So coming out of Taylor, we're gonna want to switch over. Just do that one. That one. Okay. Coming into the yard, make sure we're not bashing into anything. Looks like, boom, boom. Okay. So whenever we're actually doing club sessions, this yard is typically packed with, I don't know, sometimes one train per track. If trains are shorter, we can double up. But right now, it's just me and one other person here, so it's easy enough to just put a few trains in. There we go. Bring that one to a stop. I'm going to release it. I'm going to select this one. This is a Broadway Limited former AC 6000. And I struggle with saying AC 6000. And I rebuilt it into, I guess, a AC 4460. The Broadway model comes with the dual exhaust for the twin turbo, if I remember. 5-chime horn. That's all been changed out. All been, went ahead and just redid all that. I'm going to do a whole video on this one eventually. The electronics are going to get ripped, were ripped out, replaced with ESU. I like this one a lot. We've got, I'll give you a little sneak peek under the hood, literally. Pop that off. We got dual speakers of the ESU, passive radiator speakers. There's one. There's another one right in front of it. Put that back. gonna fire this one up and let's go ahead. I bought this, it was advertised as having no sound. It was just a QSI decoder, no sound. I opened it up and it actually had an MRC decoder inside that only turned on when you hit function 12 for some reason. I had a bit of a jump scare. It was the loudest thing in the world when I did that. But I got it for a really cheap price because it had no sound advertised. But this is an original run AC6000 from Broadway Limited too, probably from 2009 to 2010, something like that. I just completely redid it, especially on the inside. The inside is the most interesting part, but of course you can't really see that. Renumbered it too. These are just micro scale decals buried under clear coat. This one onto the outside line. Yeah, sometimes you buy locomotives advertised as being BCC ready and they have sound. Funny how that happens, and it seems to happen somewhat frequently. I know a couple of other YouTubers, apparently that does happen. It's always funny when it does. It's always nice when it does. It's a nice surprise. It's the good kind of surprise. Make sure my switches are switched. I'm a fan of that horn. So this one's not done yet. It needs its GPS dome. It's gonna get weathered. But I need to go back inside and change a few things. The headlight light is shining through the little window on the door. I need to block out that a little bit. But I've been running this one a lot today, and it hasn't really given me any trouble. Not so much with lit passenger cars. I haven't handled enough lit passenger cars to have any ones that were lit and then, surprised by it. I'll be honest, most of my lit passenger cars, I have a Hornby Azuma set. I got the full 9-car set, and I have a Bachmann Acela from 2004. Both lighted passenger cars, but when you have the full length sets, the drag on the wheels is so bad that the locomotive really struggles. So I end up bending the wheel contacts away from the backs of the wheels on every single passenger car because I'd rather have a locomotive that runs really well and can move at higher speed. At least when it's, high-speed electric train, it needs to be able to do that. So I actually don't really care about lighting on passenger cars. I find it can be detrimental. Personally, that's a personal take. That's just me. I do like end marker lamps. I think that's cool. I like that a lot. And we're just coasting through downtown. You pulling some stuff out of the roundhouse?
Yeah, found the grab iron.
Oh,
Just found out the nameplate on the front of the
Oh.
car.
yeah. Hopefully it's around here.
Oh. I have a feeling it's somewhere around here.
Hmm.
There's a piece in it.
I will keep my eyes peeled.
It's brass.
Yeah. Which direction was it running primarily?
Mainly this.
Okay.
Or 3 times.
Getting things secondhand is a great way to get into this hobby. Things are so expensive these days. Most of these auto racks secondhand. Found it?
Yeah,
Cool.
it was right here.
Oh, good. We almost had a lost nameplate for a Japanese steam locomotive, but it was found. Yeah, it's.
Can't really follow the plane and fly there together.
No, definitely not. So yeah, this was secondhand. That one was new scale trains. Secondhand, but like new. Secondhand, but like new. 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 Yeah, it's important to go looking for deals, but there's something you really want. And I'm kind of the mindset where if you see something you really like, if you have the ability, go ahead and pick it up. This one has not been giving me any issues today. It's been really nice. I'm gonna try to duck under the bridge while it passes and get a different view. Hold on. Go. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the Japanese stuff is cool. HO stuff seems to be a lot less common. I know it's 1/80th scale, but a little less common. They definitely do the N scale stuff a lot more. If I was into N, I'd definitely be picking up like Shinkansens and all that. But I'm kind of stuck in HO. So. I'm gonna pick up the pace a little bit. Well, this is a common sight on Mopac Daily, actually. Actually, I think that's what people, when they see the layout, they get a kick out of that when they're local. It's like, oh, I'm pretty sure I saw that I saw that locomotive. I was going to work the other day. I'm sure. There's the Grand Funk. We have a lot of guys with Mopac equipment. It's pretty cool. It's really nice blue. We have a lot of KD equipment too. Oh yeah, I agree. It's definitely just hard to get, unfortunately. Well, there are places to get it online. It's just you gotta kind of know where to look. But I just generally don't try. I think the roundhouse might be my favorite part of the layout.
Yeah, it's just so much fun.
Yeah,
It's photos.
it's a great photo op. Honestly, it's cozy. Cozy roundhouse.
Yeah.
Alright, I think I'm gonna do one more lap and call it a night. I'll probably pull it into Taylor Yard over there. Jordan, how have I not ever seen this restaurant before?
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've ever noticed the restaurant.
Yeah, it's right.
Right. And actually, eBay's where I got this guy. eBay, if you're, if you time it right, you can get some good deals, but a lot of times, not necessarily the case. And yeah, Japanese stuff, forget it. It would probably be cheaper to go to Japan and buy it there. I mean, I went to Japan oh, Jordan, thank you. I went to Japan, it was in September. And you go to Akihabara and all those places, there are shops specifically dedicated to selling suitcases nearby. So you could fill up on anime figures and merch and all that stuff. All your favorite hobbies, Gundam models, that sort of thing, and bring it back in a suitcase. So it ends up being cheaper than having to deal with shipping it back home. But yeah, we'll get one last good look at Taylor from this end, or from this side of the layout. Yeah, this is all due for redevelopment. We're gonna have, I think, a maintenance of way yard behind me. Saving up a trip to Japan? Not really. No real tips. Japan right now, economies all over are kind of weird, but at least especially at the moment, but Japan is actually really cheap to visit right now, if you plan it right. So it's just a matter of timing your flights. We went in September, which I think is a pretty good time. A little warmer than usual for September, but yeah, and then just, being mindful of what you're spending. You're going to spend a lot on a flight regardless, but the experience, I think, is worth it. I think it was a lot of fun. I think next year we're hoping to do England and Belgium. We've been to England before, but I'd love to go back. This would be normally a spot that I really worry, and I'm kind of surprised nothing bad has happened. seeing those autoracks snake through there. Sheesh. Okay. Oh yeah, I think everyone should go once. It's an awesome time. There's the Kyoto Railway Museum, highly recommended. We took the Shinkansen from Kyoto to Osaka. We're taking trains everywhere. 'Cause there are trains everywhere, and it's amazing. Even just for that reason alone. I didn't come home with any trains. When I went to England, I bought trains. I didn't buy anything in Japan that was train related. But I was also kind of going through a bit of a train slump at the time. At least when it came to the models. But so yeah, I guess the moral of this live stream is just get started, get some cheap craft paint, get some cheap freight cars, buy used when you can. If you were to just buy one of the back ones. You could do that. Like I said, there are shops in Japan that will sell you suitcases for pretty cheap. My wife, of course, I would derail right there. My wife actually ended up buying a suitcase while we were there because I bought just enough anime merch that it was going to be a problem. And so she ended up getting a nice hard shell case for, I think, like $50, maybe less than that, and a solid piece of luggage. I'd say maybe just if you're planning on buying a lot of trains in Japan, if you think you're going to buy, maybe just buy a suitcase when you're over there. Budget a little bit for that. And
I highly recommend RG
R-
Roco.
what? RG Roco? Where is it? In Kobe?
Yeah, it's this tiny two-story liquor store in
Mm-hmm.
Nicest people.
Right. I don't think we went to Kobe, but yeah.
I'm not sponsored. I'm just throwing
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, you just pull up on Google Maps to model shops. You'll see everything from diecast to anime figures. Again, Gundam, trains, of course. You will find a lot of everything. It's really cool. I'm just gonna pull you to the end here. Call it a day. Well, this was a lot of fun. I didn't think I would enjoy this as much as I thought. It's a little nerve-wracking to go live and just chat with people, but it's also, yeah, it's fun. I don't have a layout at home, so this is really the only way I could do this. At least we don't have a layout yet. But we'll see. We'll give one more good view. Good night, 7331. Thanks for joining. I don't know if I'll do this again, at least not anytime soon. But, you know, if you comment on my videos, I usually comment back, as long as no one's being a jerk, I guess, you know. But it's a lot of fun to do videos, and yeah, this was a lot of fun too. I want to thank you all so much for joining. This was a lot of fun. This was a Train Club After Dark. Maybe we'll do this again at some point soon. Can't promise it. But again, thank you so much. I'll see you next time.